Can you put some goji berries in my Dropbox, please? Is this GoPro farm to table? NFL anywhere. You can watch the NFL anywhere, then why can't I watch it on the damn toilet, Linda? The only exercise I get is chasing those damn gypsies off my lawn.
Let's do it.
They're like, oh, trick or treat. Well, guess what? We already got tricked. It's called Pearl Harbor. Guess what? We already got tricked. It's called Pearl Harbor.
Drunk up, Mike. I think you're a little too drunk.
Yeah, I got trapped in a corn maze. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm Native American. Caribbean queen. Caribbean queen. So I'm not a jack of all lanterns, okay? So I don't know how to commit murder with Loyola Davis, okay? So I'm not a graveyard smash, okay? That's not me.
That's not anyone.
Hey, can you hear a joke? What is black and white and red on the horn?
Newspaper?
Oh no, that's better. What I was gonna say something super racist. So yeah. You wanna hear a joke?
Sure.
What is black and white and red on the horn?
Newspaper?
Oh no, that's better. What I was gonna say something super racist. So yeah.
Uncle, everybody.
All right, over here that we're going over, everybody. Thank you for being here. We're gonna start the stream in just a minute. We're gonna have this on first, and then we're gonna get started on all the cryptids that we got over here. Oh, Carl, we'll be figuring that out right real quick. Don't worry about that.
I'm that wholesome Midwestern boy that you wanna bring home to your mama. Even though I bring you joy, baby, I'm not the toy you wanna play with at night. Too many things I've seen, too many people and places I've those things I shouldn't be doing, something I've never done before. I want something to fuck me up. Need somebody to fuck me up. Everyone feels like it.
Fuck me up.
Fuck me up. Fuck me
up.
I'm that little hayseed that you know from somewhere south of Chicago. Where do I go from here?
Where do I go from here? I don't know what that is.
So
But
I wanna leave it all behind.
I said, I don't want you to fuck me up. That's all I want from you. You know what I'm saying? Over here, there's been those times I just want to get drunk over here. You know, give me some of the marijuana.
Being on the crazy. If I never come back, wherever I end up at.
Oh my God, what is that? She got a gun.
Supposed to be. I want something to
fuck me up. Yeah, I want some to fuck me up. You know, over here, I'm gonna fuck me up.
You know just what I mean. Fuck me up. Fuck me up. Fuck me up.
Yeah. That looked like a good time over there. Whatever he going through, I like that. I'd be there. I do that.
Everyone feels like it. Fuck me up. Fuck me up. Fuck me up.
All right. That's what we got going on over here. I'm glad to be back, y'all. It's been a while. I've been stuck in the swamp chasing alligators to get all that sperm out. You know what I'm saying? So I've been busy. All right. Well, thank y'all for being here and joining us in this theme bar we got going on over here. I wanted to go talk about all the thingamabobbers, and mainly we got the swamp dids over here, but there's not very much representation of it. We don't got real videos of it, and I don't have no video or photo of it. But I found all these things that I know is true, because I've been to the Appalachian Mountains. Even though I live in the swamp right now, I've been up to Appalachia, and I seen the Bigfoots. He tickled me a little bit in my undercarriage. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But let me bring in all my guests. I don't know what to do like Slim does. He said that I got like things that I'm supposed to press things before people come in. I don't know what that is. So I'm going to let people in because I don't get what he's getting at, what that means. But I was told right quick to like tell y'all before we get into this, if the little catch box over here on my phone jiggles, I'm supposed to take a shot of this vodka or something like that. I don't know what exactly we're doing. But you send me, if that little bell rings on the money box, then I'm supposed to take a shot or something like that. So if you want to donate and help and make it so that Hick gets more drunk before the end of the stream, that's what I was told by the Slim. And so thank you very much, Slim, for setting that up for me and setting up the stream, because I don't know anything about this technologies. I think we're on a Zoom call right now. But I think it's called the YouTubes. Is that what we is on? So I'm going to bring in my guests so they can help me figure out all this stuff, because I'm just a backwoods man living in the swamp, and I don't know nothing about this in technologies, or I don't know nothing about what's going on in this outside world with you big city folk. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. I'm bringing in the brainless, bringing in the captain, and we're bringing in the Vila. How are y'all doing over there?
Howdy.
Howdy, Hickey. How you doing? Long time no see.
Oh yeah. I like I said earlier, I've been busy in the swamp taking that alligator semen. You know what I'm saying? It was the time of the year I need to be out there. How did it taste? I don't put it in my mouth there, sir. I put it in little baggies that the gentlemen that they buy, and then they're the ones that does the stuff with it. I don't know what they does with it after I packages it and sells it to them's, but that ain't up to me. It's kind of like deer urine. I think they use it to attract them somehow. I don't know. Once again, I don't give a flying. I just make my monies off of it. You know, we just have my sister, cousin, aunt, mother, wife. She just stands in front of them and like flashes them, and then I go behind them and I put my finger in their cloaca and I just rub it around a little, and then I get the jaw, and then well, I should not give away my secrets of how I get it done, because if I do, then y'all are gonna start doing it. I know it.
Yeah, definitely.
So right,
now
once you get the drying process down, it's all gravy.
Yeah, especially once you get that drying process down. I believe some of these gentlemen snort this stuff, and I don't know exactly about that. I think it's called crocodilia or something like that. I don't know, but I don't want to know what people do with it after I make it and I sell it to them. So what we're gonna do right quick is we're gonna say, well, let's just say hello to the guests. How y'all doing? Tiny, how you doing there, sir?
Yeah, I'm doing good. And how are you doing?
I'm getting half twisted on the wind with the beer and the alcohols, and I got the marijuanas, and I'm ready to talk about how I can prove to y'all that cryptids are real. I know that the Bigfoot's real. I know it.
But you had a question, and I might answer it. How's your tube doing?
Hey, how was who doing?
How is your tube doing?
Oh, my tube is doing great over here. You know,
Yeah,
you have to
nah,
clean it out
now
every
you know-
once in a while. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I make sure it's sterile right now.
Now you know what YouTube is.
Yeah, it's oh, Jesus Christ over here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a big confuzzled tube that, you know, you stick your genitalia in, you do a little bit of moving around in it, and then they copyright claim you. They claim you for some reason, and there wasn't even nothing going on. It was consensual. I swear they said that before they changed all their TOS. All right, let's keep going on with it. How are you doing, Davila?
I'm good, thank you. Busy day. No dramatic stories that have gone on. Like, well, at least like funny ones. The only thing is, I found out that my mom is married.
Wait. Your
She
mom
eloped this weekend and got married to her boyfriend.
okay. I was gonna say, did she just find some random dude on the street and she's just like, hey, I need to get eloped over here, and he just found some buddy and they got
That was before.
They've been together for a minute or two or something.
A few years. They're currently moving over to Spain.
Oh well, Spain. That's a lot of fun over there. That's what I heard.
Yeah. So like they're getting a house and everything. Like they eloped to Gretna Green, which like in England is it was a big deal. So like all the people that were too young to get married in England would elope to Gretna Green, which is like a border town to Scotland, and would go there to get married. And we're talking like 15, 16-year-olds here.
Oh, so what you're saying is Scotland's kind of like that Las Vegas we got over here?
Yeah. Or at least Gretna Green is.
Oh, all right. That little part of it. Okay, all right.
That one town.
Oh,
yeah.
just that one little town. Okay. Well, that's just like over here. We only got that one town called Las Vegas, and you can get married no matter what you want to do. I mean, you can literally marry anything you want. I heard Slim got married to his sword or something like that in Colorado Springs. So that is even weirder to me because
then he let the sword penetrate him.
Yeah, and then he actually consummated the marriage with it or something like that. That's what I heard, and he did it in public. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that sword ain't even his cousin's sword. How dare he?
Exactly, you know.
Yeah, it wasn't even family.
Yeah, if it's not in the family line, you're not gonna be doing it. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure that all the wealth
All the
that
good
we
genes
have
stay inside the family.
Well, we got to make sure all the 2 trailers that we own, they got to stay in the family. You know what I'm saying? So I can't have sex with nobody else, so that we lose the trailers.
Yep.
All right, let's go ahead and Brandon, how you doing over there?
I'm doing pretty good, and I'm hoping you can take this European invasion.
Wait.
A single American.
Wait, that's kind of how the Slim said he wanted it over here. Is he's like, I want to put all these Europeans with you, and I'm gonna have them interact with you, and you maybe learn. Maybe I can get some learned. You know what I'm saying? I can't read or write, but maybe.
Oh, was he joking? Oh, what a sweetheart.
But anyways, let's go ahead and say it.
Now, what you don't know is he actually charges us admission, and this is a zoo.
Oh, damn it. That's what's going on over here. I knew he was making money off me some way or shape or form. I just didn't know how. All right, let's go ahead and say hello to the side chat. We put up the thing called a poll. And at the poll, you can vote what you want here first. What we want to talk about first. I know what I would like to talk about because I seen Bigfoot myself. But let's go and talk about some of the other cryptids that are around the Americas. And we will, at the end, talk about ones in other countries. We got Asia, the Europes, and South Americas that we can talk about some of the cryptids. I know that the Chupacabras is South American, but we know we see it in the states up here, like Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas and stuff like that. Because they're everywhere. And if you don't know, that's the child stealer is the Chupacabra. They eat the kids.
Goat sucker, wasn't it?
Well, they're the goat sucker, yeah. But don't let your kids out at night because they're gonna be taken by the Chupacabra, and we'll talk about that in just a minute.
Yeah, because they look like goats. At least in your family.
Well, the thing is, but the thing is, you let the kids sleep with the goats. Why am I gonna have them inside with me when they could just sleep outside in the barn? The hell.
And they have this sick already at the age of 5.
Yes, exactly. You know what I'm saying over here. So anyway, let's go ahead and say hi to the side chat, and we got the Carl of the squirrels.
Hey, dude, what's up?
Hello, and then we go to an acid pick over here, and then we got Mark. Sure. And then let's see who else we got over here in the side chat. We got Harry Wolf.
Yeah, fuck.
And we have Purple, which is it's wonderful seeing here. It has been a while since we had I talked to the Purple, or that Slim did, because he's been real busy since. So, all right, let's keep going on with what's in the side chat. Oh, we got a Super Ghost. Sorry, sir. And Ox. Let's see who else. Well, of course.
Demon Herb.
Well, of course.
Hello there.
And Demon. Hello. And let's see. Sydney.
Hello,
yeah, of course.
Sydney.
And Tony.
Got to agree with Purple there. Because they're kids. Goat kid, human kid. Kubi don't care. He just wants a kid.
Okay.
Just like R. Kelly.
Well, what we is when you got kids and you got the cattle, or you got it'd be like the goats and you got the sheep. You put them all together, right? I mean, if you're on a farm, then why couldn't they live all together? That's what I'm saying over here, Anyway, let's see what the poll says, and then figure out from there what we're gonna do and what we're gonna talk about, right?
The poll is yeah. There's one winner and the rest are all equal at the moment.
Yeah, Loveland Frog is winning at the moment.
Okay, so if we just get like a couple more votes, and then maybe we can keep going, but we're probably gonna go do that first. You know what I'm saying?
How many? There's already 14 people that have voted. I don't know how many viewers we got, but
all right. So
Chupa got what one extra.
So
Why?
we've got Loveland Frog, Chupa, and
Bigfoot.
then Mothman and Bigfoot are tied for
Yeah,
last
but
place.
Hick wanted to talk about Bigfoot, so we can just say Bigfoot and then Mothman. And that's not because I don't want to talk about Mothman, because that's actually what I voted for. But I thought that was the fairest.
All right, so y'all want me to just end the poll now and just go on with whatever
if
is going on from there? I mean, I don't mind talking about the Loveland Frog.
Okay, somebody vote Mothman. Come, please.
Well, I like Mothman in
Inside Job.
Inside Job, but
well, and speaking of that,
Okay, we've got Loveland Frog at 47, Chupacabra 24, Bigfoot 18, and then Mothman at 12.
Yeah. Close it.
okay, yes,
Before they change it.
all right, there we get. That we gonna do with that is we're gonna have the brainless gonna put it in my private, but it says Loveland Frog is what we're gonna do first, and then Chupacabra, and then the Bigfoot, and then Mothman, which is totally fine with me, because I really want to talk about this frog, man, which I didn't at the point when I looked all this up. I didn't realize that it was something I never heard of before. So it is something that it will be new
I never heard of it as well.
all of us. And like the real reason I actually try to look it up is because there's Loveland, Colorado, and that is where Slim does all his makings of the arts. So at first we thought it was going to be Loveland, Colorado, and it's actually Loveland, Ohio. So that's why we're going to go over this. And there's not very much information about it, but police told us that it's real. So that's why we're going to go with this. Because you always believe the police, right? Because Blue Line.
because I thought the Loveland Frogman was more or less the Bigfoot of the swamps.
Well, see, since it's in Ohio, that actually ain't that much swampy, but it kind of is. It's like other south. So yeah. All right. Let me just make sure I'm sharing it right, because I haven't done this in a couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? So we're just making sure. Purple, if you want to join us, I sent you a link. So join us if you can. If not, no worries. We understand that, girl. So here we go. This is what the Loveland Frog is. And they actually, from what I come to understand, they made a video game out of it as well. And we may go over that in just a minute. But we'll see how long it takes for us to go over this. And I'm going to speed it up just a tiny bit.
In our world, there are all kinds of animals, mythical animals that nobody's been able to track down, but people claim exist. One of those are in Loveland, Ohio. The Loveland Frog is a legend that goes all the way back to 1955. There was a businessman who was riding through the Loveland area near a bridge, and he saw some creatures that he described as about 3 feet in height that looked not like people, but they had wide mouths with no lips. Where there was supposed to be hair on their heads, there were instead wrinkles. And this man reported this. In 1972, police officers in Loveland saw a creature they described as a 4-foot man with lizard-like appearance. And they were out on patrol while they were driving. And as they got closer, they spooked the creature, and the creature jumped over a guardrail into the Little Miami River.
Is
2
this
weeks
the
later,
first story of security monitor?
Officer Mark.
That may be the first time that he was spotted, but I cannot claim that because I do not know, because the Slim and him know the true answer to that. So this may be the first time that he actually came to the Earth, onto the flat Earth. Remember, the Earth's flat. So when aliens brought him.
When he still didn't have his human suit. Yeah.
Yeah, this was before that. You know, when the problem is when you go from being transported from the spaceship to the Earth, sometimes your cloaking device doesn't work completely right for a while. So that's why they may have seen him for just a couple minutes, and then he bolted, and then he came out probably with his cloaking device on. But we will see, because the reason I believe this is because police officers are the one they said that they saw it.
Matthews.
Did you learn all that from the pillow talk after the aliens abducted you?
Yeah, you know how many times I've been abducted? It's not even funny how many times I've been up in this spaceship and they've been rubbing my taint.
Just stop giving the aliens good head.
Well,
they'll stop abducting you.
Well, that is my problem, man. I have a large anal cavity, and they love going inside of there, and that's my major problem. I mean, if it could be smaller, I'd make it smaller, but you know, they love just digging around inside of there for some reason. I don't know why, but hey, you know, I mean, it tickles my G spot inside there, so you know, I have a good time too. So might as well.
Apparently took shots at it, but the creature escaped. A local farmer is said to have seen the creature 1 month later while riding a bike.
All right, so there are multiple times now they've seen it.
It was leaked to the media. And the legend of the Loveland frog continues to grow to this day.
Oh, yeah, it makes me grow every time I think about the Loveland frog.
Chupacabras.
Okay, sorry, there we go.
Oh, I wanted to say one thing. This part what you showed about this... yeah, it's still better than a whole fucking documentary level.
Yeah, but I know it's real because they said the police officer shot at his head, and even though they didn't catch it, you know it's real because they said so. Who's not gonna trust a police officer over here in America? So,
police have admitted to seeing some weird ass shit. We've got a police on record with an affidavit, right? Yeah. Saying that they saw furniture being flung across the room and girls floating in the air.
Yeah, I remember that.
If you're a cop, don't go to work high.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. But the thing is we know it's true because you have to like swear to be a cop, right? So they can't lie under oath. All right, so let's get to the next subject over here.
Do all cops have to do that kind of thing?
I thought they swore into the Constitution of the United States of America. Fuck yeah. And if we didn't,
every country in the world follows the American Constitution.
Exactly. What we are the world. How do you not know this by now? We rule everything.
Obviously.
If aliens says bring us to your leader, they mean the president of the United States.
It's always because we rule the world. Obviously, we're number one for everything. Obviously, duh.
Most deaths through gun violence.
Since we won both world wars, we're the number one on everything.
Hick, I need to hear you say something for me, please.
The only fucking war.
The South shall rise again.
The South shall rise again.
The only fucking war you won, you also lost, and that's the Civil War.
Hey.
No, the United States won the Civil War.
Yeah,
but also lost it.
No, but the South didn't. Yeah. Hey, just because I follow two losers in different wars doesn't mean I'm a loser. God damn it. I have both of the flags behind me and both of the losers. But no, I'm not a loser because they did. All right, here. We're going to go on to the Chupacabras. And the Slim said that he experienced a lot of this folklore when he was in the Californias and Southern Californias. So here we go about, I don't know if I can read this properly, Purple, because I can't read and or write, but let me try to read this out loud. What all of these silly people worry about the New World Order, who don't realize that we already run by a single government in the House of the Representatives. The president is just a figurehead. That's what I say. The deep state is deep. You know, there's all the Satanists that are eating those babies and sucking down all the plasma or whatever it is, and yeah, it's a goddamn New World Order. Because China and Russia definitely won't be working with us when we're doing all the new UN shit, right? I mean, the WHO, that's all just to make it so that we all just getting told what to do by all the underground elites. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Exactly. It's RNC equals Illuminati. That's how that works. All right, before we get into trouble with the YouTube, let's go ahead. In there. That's what I was saying, but unfortunately, they are at work still. So, because of that, we're just going to keep going on with the Chupacabras. And I believe we were already on that video. Oh, Did I accidentally? Hold on.
Of course you closed it.
Yep.
Of course you closed it.
It's okay. It takes me 5 milliseconds to get back there because I have all this stuff. Slim luckily makes a playlist for me, so all I gotta do is I just gotta push buttons. I don't know how exactly it works, but somehow he made it where I just gotta push.
Nobody knows how YouTube exactly works,
and or Slim works.
But then again, it's easier to understand how YouTube doesn't work than it is to understand how TikTok.
And yeah, some of that for sure. So what we're going to do here is, once again, I just want to let everyone know if for $5, y'all can make me take a drink over here or some vodka. The drunker I get, the funnier I get. That's what I've been told by my sister wives. So just please donate over here. Slim said it was to do something with the StreamYards. I don't know what that is, but it's supposedly that helps us pay for that. And I guess that's what we use to be doing these streams. So if you'd like to help make it so we do more content, especially all the other content creators on the stream Pervs, throw a little bit of money our way and it goes straight to that so that we can be able to stream more and have more fun. Slim said he was going to do a thing where it's called Slim Plays with Himself. And I guess he said he's going to stream him playing video games and going over documentaries or going over streams or of people, so he can play the games while there's stuff going on, and he's able to do both together. And the reason he said doing it by himself is he's not going to have guests, so this may just be him by himself playing video games, looking at stuff like streams or going over documentaries or something. I don't know. That's what he told me this morning. I may have been already a little drunk and I may have gotten it wrong, but that's what he told me. So the more that y'all donate to that PayPal to get me to drink, the funnier I get, and that goes straight, like I said, to our StreamYards, which we need to pay for in a couple weeks just so we can keep streaming the way that we do. And there's also the extra thingamabobas that they give us to stream through this. So thank you all very much once again for being here and having fun with us. Here we go. Let's get into the Chupacabras. If I can click the right thing and put on the okay, there we go. So if you all don't know what the Chupacabra is, here's a little bit of introduction to like what that kind of is.
Vicious, known for ripping out the throats of livestock and draining out their blood. These vampiric goat suckers have been accused of running rampant across the farms of the Americas. But the real scientific explanation of chupacabras might be even creepier than the legend. Most of the monsters we talk about today are drawn from old legends, but the chupacabra doesn't have very deep roots at all, despite its popularity.
It's an interest that is sparked all over the world. Well, it amazes me.
Though an old New York Times article refers to...
Wait. I thought it was only in the Chupacabra was only in the South America. Where else is it? That's kind of weird for me because I only heard
believe
it
it started in Mexico, but
that's what I
I've
thought.
also heard more people talk about it, and because a lot of people talked about it, I think more people started seeing it.
Okay, I get what you're saying. So, okay, well, we'll see what else in the world that they actually is seeing this, because I thought originally that it was just going to be talking about like in the southern. Southern, but not that southern.
I think there are versions of it in different countries, but they don't call it Chupacabra.
That could also be the thing.
Yeah, because I believe in Scotland or whatever is there's a version of something like that, right? That eats the wolf that eats the sheep or something, right? It's a being or something that does that.
Yeah,
I guess
here we got wolves. We just call them wolves.
Yeah.
Well, but I thought there was
a
cryptid. I thought there was something that was like a cryptid, like they said. I think if I remember correctly, and I don't think very much, it was like a large wolf that was taking out a bunch of the sheep or something over there, and the kids. It was in the Middle Ages, or actually something like let's see. Maybe a little bit more recent, but I guess they used to like have the kid go out and watch the sheep or something, and then they all got murdered. I don't know.
Oh, that was in France.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was talking about. It's something like that, you know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. Let's get back to this.
Creepy, weird,
strange
cryptid that only eating teenagers.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Who was that had that on their stream? What's that purple?
Did Slim?
Or Slim?
Did
Slim?
Slim might have done it over here, but I don't remember because I wasn't there. Because again, I was collecting the alligator sperm out on the bayou, so I haven't been around for a minute. But here we go.
Livestock attacks that took place in the 1970s. It wasn't until 1995 that supposed Chupacabra sightings really became a thing, and it all started in Puerto Rico.
Madeline Tolentino was woken from an early afternoon nap by her mother, who was talking excitedly about seeing something strange.
Tolentino claims she looked out the window and saw a truly horrifying sight. In an interview with Alibi, she described a ghastly creature that was 3 feet tall, bipedal, and humanoid.
All right, just right there, that proved it all. They're totally Chupacabras. She saw it. It's there. It was real.
Reportedly had long, slender fingers and no genitals.
Wait, how the hell were you looking at it long enough to tell it had no genitals? Goddamn, lady, what were you doing over there?
Greetings, I am a Chupacabra.
Tolentino's sighting made the local TV news, and the story went viral across Puerto Rico.
This man says it was as tall as he was.
And didn't they say that all them sheep or all the cows and stuff are going to go with like neck bites and like other things like that? So that's proof as well. All the livestock keep going dead.
Was with red eyes and 4 fangs.
According to Animal Planet, hundreds of livestock were slaughtered in the area.
Yes, that's what I said.
The problem got so bad that Mayor Jose Quimo Soto spent the next year hunting for chupacabras with an armed militia week after week. Spoiler alert, they never found anything.
That's only because chupacabras, just like the Bigfoot and all the other cryptids, they're all supernatural beings that they can time travel and they can appear and disappear whenever they want. Yeah, that's why they've never been caught enough on video, or we never find them in other places, or them dead.
Alleged chupacabra attacks and sight.
Yeah, and when they die, they turn into ashes or just disappear.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as they die, they just go away. The interdimensional beings just go back to the interdimensional of the place they were from.
Sucked into their portal.
Sightings migrated across the island, along with lots of mass murdered chickens, sheep, guinea pigs, and even a cat whose genitalia was removed. The local issue soon spread to the mainland, and a new legend was born.
In the last couple of months, there have been numerous reportings of something attacking pets and chasing people throughout the neighborhood. Some residents believe it could be El Chupacabra.
Here's one particularly bizarre thing about the Chupacabra. There are basically 2 versions, and they both have a taste for blood. Most of the early Chupacabra sightings closely line up with Tolentino's description of a humanoid reptilian. Early believers tended to think of the Chupacabra as an alien life form, an abomination, maybe even a demonic entity. But these days, when you hear Chupacabra, you probably picture a lanky, sharp-toothed canine, which tends to walk on 4 legs and is usually hairless, but not scaly.
While cruising for troublemakers, the deputies come across what they think could be the legendary Chupacabra.
Oh, right here, we're going to see the proof of it. I already seen this video, and this is completely proof. There's Chupacabras out there in the Mexican desert.
I've been patrolling these back roads for a long time.
Look where we got back to the police officers.
Dog.
A police officer right there saying it.
And I've never run across anything like this until that day.
Yeah, we never seen nothing like that. That ain't just a hairless dog. That's a dog with a big ass jaw. Look at the thing when it turns ahead.
As time went on, the idea of a humanoid reptile fell by the wayside, and more people came to believe that the Chupacabra.
And look, it's on the Fox News. You know it's true if it's on the Fox News.
Was simply an as yet undiscovered animal. As BBC News explains, the concept of these dog-like chupacabras seems to have replaced the original bipedal creature sometime in the 2000s, probably right as the stories were gaining more popularity.
Well, it's something strange, so I'm going to get my rifle and shoot it and get a close look. You know?
Oh, look, he got one right there. That looks like exactly like a chupacabra. That ain't no dog. That ain't no fox. That ain't nothing with no hair. That's definitely a chupacabra. It's right there. I am definitely not drunk enough to be doing this. So somebody should be donating some money to me so I can start drinking more. But anyways, well, here we go on this.
Let's presume for a moment that the Chupacabra is real and not just some misidentified wild animal. If so, what is it? Where did it come from? Some of the theories about the
Where did it come from? Where did we go? Where did it come from? Cotton Eye Joe? Never mind.
Chupacabra's origins are seriously wild. According to the Center for Inquiry, one theory claims that Chupacabra is an...
All right, Vila, do you want to speak? Did I hear you?
No, I just snorted because of what Tony said about the.
All right.
When did King Jumpman join the police sheriff's department?
That was pretty good over there. I like that. That was good.
Alien creature dropped on Earth. While some people believe it's the result of some weird science.
Hey, what really happened is there were these people there were aliens that came down from the outer spaces, even though we live under a dome, but somehow they got through the dome. But once they did, they had sex with the dogs of around Mexico, and they turned into the Chupacabra. That's how they became a thing. I have proof because I thought it. Because I thunked it must be a thing.
Science experiment by NASA. Yeah. Who knows why NASA would be genetically engineering blood-sucking monsters? According to...
it was the deep state that was making them. That's what happened. They got the aliens to make with the dogs, and then what they did is they put them in the Mexico because they don't want the illegals crossing the border.
I just heard a noise in someone's background. It's a Chupacabra! Run away!
All right. Yeah.
Tiny, tell me that I'm wrong.
You're always wrong.
Okay, so we're gonna keep going on with this because I believe in all the cryptids. The reason why we ain't finding the cryptids is because they are supernatural beings that can disappear and reappear wherever they want, and they can time travel. And that's why we never find no good footage, Bigfoot or nothing like that. I have seen all of these cryptids myself.
Animal Planet, the NASA notion grew popular enough that NASA spokesman Brian...
If they were doing on Animal Planet and the history and all the discoveries, then it must be real because they are doing it. They acknowledge it.
Welsh was forced to publicly deny the theory. Before this, it was the face on Mars, and before that, it was modifying the weather. The bizarre origin stories didn't end there. Some people claim that the Chilean military discovered Chupacabra eggs. And
there we go. Look, it's right there. That's proof. Those are definitely proof of the eggs of a Chupacabra right there. Even though Chupacabra is supposed to be a mammal, it has eggs.
Maybe it's the missing link for the platypus.
There we go. That's exactly what happened. The Gee, had the daemons that came down, and they're the aliens, and they breeded with the animals, and they made it, and it's supposed to be the satanic cabal that is making it so we're tricking people to not believe in God.
Radford has discussed how Hurricane Hugo is often tied to the goat sucker's supposed escape.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Hollywood. Yeah, the priest from Hollywood saw an opportunity and just
the
wrote
only
anything
thing,
what there.
The only thing Hollywood does is offer real stuff. Hollywood's real. That's why The Matrix is real. That's why all of the other things, Star Trek's real. It's just the government doesn't let us have the technologies yet. They're just hiding it from us. They're like, we have it, and they show it in the movies, but they don't let us know about it, even though they're using it. They already know how to time travel. All right, let's keep going.
Probably the weirdest theory, as described by ABC, is the belief that HIV and AIDS were caused by the Chupacabra's vampire.
Yes, exactly. That's how the AIDS got spread by the Chupacabras.
Oh, this goes wrong. Oh, man.
While sightings of the legendary beast have been reported.
All right, the YouTubes, we don't believe any of this stuff. This is a whole just fucking fake.
This is satire, YouTube.
Yes,
like,
we're all,
I could understand how a robot doesn't get it, but if a person views this and doesn't get it, satire, my dear sweet summer child, I pity you, because you seen TikTok, you seen Twitter. Winter is coming. It's going to get worse. Run the fuck away.
Yeah, and the thing is, I don't even know if I need to put parody on the end of the titles on these things anymore. What I'm doing this, because obviously, if they don't figure that out, we might have a problem over here. Anyway, let's keep going on. What are the Chupacabras doing?
We'll be okay.
Across the globe. And name can literally be translated as goat sucker in Spanish.
Say what? You may not have known that the word chupacabra means goat sucker in Spanish, but it's 100% true. And the term refers to the creature's supposed habit of sucking blood out of livestock. However, because the chupacabra wasn't even recognized as a creature, real or fake, until the 1995 incidents in Puerto Rico, its name is a modern invention. Oddly enough, the name chupacabra might have been coined by Puerto Rican comedian Silverio Perez. Not everyone was thrilled by the ghastly name either. UFO investigator Jorge Martin pushed for the creature to be named IBAS, a Spanish acronym meaning alien biological entities. Unfortunately, acronyms are never as...
That's what they need to call it. Why the hell are we looking at motherfucking this dude?
Why are we looking at Johnny Depp about to get deep-throated by a Chupacabra?
Yeah, that is exactly what I'm getting at. What the hell? At this point in time, we're going to be looking at Johnny Depp.
Hashtag justice for Johnny.
So
hashtag Amber Turd.
Yes, definitely everybody hashtag that. And what we're going to do is we're going to fast forward it to the Texas blue dog sightings. So this is just a little bit more recent. The thingy that we saw a little bit earlier.
In 2007, a Texas nutritionist named Phyllis Canyon was allegedly suffering from a serious case of the chupacabras.
I have a bizarre animal that's on our ranch, and we can't figure out what it is. We have an idea.
Despite her best efforts, Canyon's ranch kept getting raided by an unseen predator that killed 28 of her chickens, ripping out their throats. Sound familiar? One day, Canyon stumbled upon
once again, they're to prove to the Chupacabra.
Profoundly weird dog-like corpse on the side of the road.
The first time that I saw it, I was very perplexed.
The dog's body had tough, hairless blue skin, steel blue eyes, only 3 toes on each foot.
There we go. That's exactly proof of the Chupacabra. Then nobody else can say there's nothing wrong. That it ain't a thing.
And a pronounced overbite. The Texas rancher was pretty sure she'd just discovered a Chupacabra. So she brought the Texas blue dog home, had it stuffed by a taxidermist, and now keeps it in her living room. She also tested it, and according to Canyon, the so-called blue dog seemed to be the hybrid of a coyote and a Mexican wolf. And
That is fake news. It's actually a Chupacabra. They were just saying that so the government could hide it.
Looking Texas blue dogs started popping up around the state.
Sharp, savage teeth, hairless, gray skin, and a human-like fist.
It was like a shaved weenie dog with raccoon feet, a possum tail, and a possum head.
It had red eyes, big old fangs hanging down there, claws coming out through
Of course, everything that is possessed by the Satans has the red eyes, and that's exactly what the Chupacabra. Like I said, it was made by the devils and the dogs that they were like interbreeding with or whatever, and that's why we have the Chupacabra now.
3 inches long, just sharp as they can be.
God doesn't intend for you to go out your species.
Yeah. That's what they say about the kinds. But once you have the demons, they're going to go in and they're going to put their seed into whoever, and they're going to make whatever they want. And this is what they do just to make you don't believe in the God. That's what Satan's trying to do.
No, the whole thing is actually making the young Earth creationists, or the what do you call it? The evolutionists. Yeah,
exactly. They're trying to make it so that we can't tell the evolutionary thing. So that ain't real, because the devil come in and he made dinosaur bones. He put that dinosaur bones in the earth just so he can confuse all the people, so they don't know what's really going on, because the government wants us to not believe in the God, and that's how we do it with all these weird things that they see.
Long, pointy ears, long tail, had no skin, or no fur rather, but on its skin you could see spotches.
But not so fast. A local Houston news station asked animal control expert Claude Griffin about the matter, and Griffin said that people in the area were inbreeding different types of canine for the sheer purpose of letting them go, catching them, and claiming they'd found a chupacabra.
So they are practicing the perfection of inbreeding.
So
that's just all misinformation. They ain't doing that. That ain't really what's going on over here.
Yes, the blue dogs were real. Yes, they were canines. But here's the interesting thing. Just because these animals were canines, it doesn't mean they were also chupacabras. Ever heard of scabies? Also known as the 7-year itch. It's caused by little flesh-eating mites. It sucks to have scabies as a human being, but it's even worse for canines. When the mites get under a dog or coyote's skin, they cause a condition.
All right, I ain't listening to all of this misinformation, because they're trying to just disprove that there is the Chupacabra, and that ain't a thing. There are. I've seen them before. What is the next thing? It's Mothman, right?
No, Bigfoot.
Oh. Well, we'll go to Bigfoot then. I got that right there. All right, here we go with the Bigfoot. Give me 1 second. So here is hidden proof that the government doesn't want you to know about, the proof of the Bigfoots over here. If there's anybody else here that I did not say hello to you, just let me know. So we're going to say hello to Queen Cat Lady. Hello there. If there's anybody else, the Schism Crasher. And let's see if there's anybody else that I did not say hello to. And if I didn't, just post something and I'll say hello to you in just a minute over here. So give me a second, and then we'll put on the proof. I know that Bigfoot's real. Like I said, I seen him in the Appalachian Mountains just a couple years ago, and so I know he's real.
Bigfoot, a creature that many believe exists. What if I told you there are over 10,000 reports of people who have had experiences with them? Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Emily, and today we will be counting down part 2 of our list of the top 10 concerning Bigfoot evidence the government is hiding from us. Number 10,
Let's go
logging company. In 1958, Jerry Crew, a logging company bulldozer operator in Humboldt County, California, discovered a set of large
the Humboldt, so that's where everybody smokes the marijuana. So how do we not know he was high when he saw this?
16-inch human-like footprints sunk deep within the mud in the Six Rivers.
One thing. Why would the government actually hide this, even though there's a lot of government rules to not shoot Bigfoot?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know on that.
There's a lot of states in America and Canada that doesn't allow to shoot Bigfoot.
Yeah.
So if they have those laws,
then why?
They're not hiding it.
Yeah. Well, Of course, the government's hiding it, just like the Earth being globe, because they want to take over and make us all drink Starbucks coffee every morning and make us eat beefless meat. They want us to make us eat whatever they want and do whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they do all this stuff.
Hey, if they can make it taste as good as a fucking real cow, I don't care.
Definitely.
As long as it tastes just as good, I'm happy.
I'm never eating that. I'm going to always kill all the
And it's
meat.
not more expensive.
Yeah, good point. It has to be affordable.
As well.
Because they can make beef in a petri dish.
Hey, how am I going to kill? How am I going to kill a garden if I got a gun? If I want to go out and shoot my own stuff and it's only vegetables that I can kill, then how am I going to be able to do that? Like, I'm going to shoot a bunch of carrots? I don't know how that works.
I mean, they still feel pain.
And I also needed to be digested as slowly as meat does.
And also, like, if you really want to kill something, then do like a lot of other Americans. Go to a school.
Well, damn it. I did not want to go there exactly. But what I wanted to say is, how am I going to go out there and show that I'm a man if I can't go out there and shoot animals, right? I mean, how does my wife know I'm a big-ass man if I can't go shoot shit?
Well, Hick, just know this.
We need to...
We already killed off so many predators. There will always be need to keep the prey animals in check, so they don't that you don't get too many of them. So you'll still be able to shoot a few.
That's why they give me my permit to go out there and shoot all those things during certain times of the year. Yeah, I know, I get that. But when do I get my human hunting permit? God damn it, we need to get here.
That is when you make your first $1 billion. You get to actually join the human hunting party.
Oh, then you get to do all that. Okay, I get that.
Yes, if you're rich, it's considered a sport. If you're poor, it's considered homicide.
I only need $1 billion more to get to that. Then
no. If you're a rich and a world leader, it's called war.
Yes,
if you are poor, it's called homicide.
That's why I'm running for president in 2024, so that I can get in there and I can kill whoever I want in Minecraft. All right, let's keep going on this.
No, you can't kill everybody.
National Forest. Upon informing his coworkers, many claim to have seen similar tracks on previous job sites, as well as telling of odd incidents such as an oil drum weighing 450 pounds having been moved without explanation. Soon began to utilize the term Bigfoot to describe the mysterious culprit. Jerry, who initially believed someone was playing a prank on them, once again observed more of these numerous massive footprints and contacted a reporter. A plaster cast was made of the footprints, and Jerry
that's complete proof. They made plaster cast of the footprint.
Holding one of the casts on the front page of a newspaper on October 6, 1958. With multiple people experiencing the same thing, it makes me question how it could not be real. Number 9, one of the earliest sightings in Florida. In 1975 in Florida, Collier County, a family found some Bigfoot footprints. A family went hunting out on a boys' trip, and the man retelling the story was 13.
All right, let's go to the
Number
Bigfoot
7,
body.
Bigfoot body. 2 men, Matt Whitten and Rick Dyer, claim to have stumbled across a Bigfoot corpse in the woods northern of Georgia, and they stood by their story at a news conference in Palo Alto, during which they offered an email from an entomologist as evidence and said they have kept the body in a freezer for more than a month. Everyone who was talked down to us is going to eat their words, said Matt, an officer on medical leave from the Clayton County Police Department. Matt and Rick, a former corrections officer, announced the discovery on YouTube and their website. Although they didn't consider themselves devoted Bigfoot trackers before then, they have since started offering weekend search expeditions in Georgia for $499.
You're not going to show the body over there where they had whatever they found over there. What's going on? They said they had it. Now, I've seen picture of it in the freezer. And
The
why they're not
specimen
gonna
they
show it.
bagged, the men say, was one of several ape-like creatures they spotted cavorting the woods. Was it real or just a cash grab? Who knows? But finding the body of Bigfoot, wow.
All right. What?
Number 2,
We'll go here
the
because-
Reddit Bigfoot Hunter. One Reddit user
I would
posted on the
definitely like
Ask
to
Me
get on
Anything
to more of the
subreddit. They claim to have
things.
had countless interactions with Bigfoot and have done a lot of research. They list important things being, number 1, the most common misconception about Bigfoot is that there's only one of them. I and a vast majority of Bigfoot enthusiasts believe there exists self-perpetuating species of the bipedal ape residing in North America. Cousin species are likely the abominable snowman, yeti, and yowie, among others. Number
Yeah,
2,
see, that proves
as recently
that's
as
true.
300,000 years ago, there
You see
exists
'em all over the
skeletal
world.
evidence of a species of a massive ape called Gigantopithecus blackie.
No, she did not
A
say that right.
massive ape called Gigantopithecus blackie. Many Bigfoot enthusiasts believe these are ancestors of modern big feet. Number 3, there is an average of 400 reported sightings each year. Based on these reports,
there,
big
proof
feet
right
can be
there.
characterized
I
as
see it right
follows.
there.
Walk upright, up to
You
8
can't tell
feet
me that ain't
tall,
real.
covered in
Well, that
black,
ain't real,
brown, red
but-
fur all over their bodies except for the face, palms,
Or
and
like they
soles,
put
secrete
the
a
hair past
foul
peanuts.
smell,
Yeah.
nocturnal behavior, omnivorous diet, marked intelligence and senses of smell, vision, and hearing, extremely cautious behavior around humans. The most numerous examples of physical evidence are footprint casings. The stride length heel to heel between prints is usually 4 to 5 feet, and the depth of the prints denotes the specimen weighing 600 to 700 pounds. Number 1, the president believed. U.S.
There we
President
go.
Theodore
This is
Roosevelt
exactly
and
what proves that there is them, because they had the president say he knew.
his 1893 book, The Wilderness Hunter, writes a story he was told by an elderly mountain man named Bowman, in which a foul-smelling bipedal creature ransacked his beaver trapping camp, stalked him, and later became hostile when it fatally broke his companion's neck in the
See, that's proof of that right there. We got a president saying that he saw it.
wilderness near the Idaho-Montana border. Roosevelt notes that Bowman appeared fearful while telling the story, but attributed the trapper's folkloric German ancestry to have potentially influenced him, but it seems like he believed him. A president believing in something like this? That's unheard of. It has to be true then.
Exactly. That's how we know it true for sure. We always go with secondhand accounts, right? You know what I'm saying? What is the next subject we got going over here?
Very nice.
Mothman.
And we had
Mothman.
a princess in our country that talked to trees.
Yeah, she was
So-
communicating with trees. She knew exactly what was going on.
No, I mean, proof number 1 that some guy says it's true, and I'm important, doesn't make it true.
I mean, it was true. She was communicating with them. The trees weren't communicating back.
No, but according
Then
to
it's
her,
not communicating, then it's talking to.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. We're gonna head to look at the Mothman of I don't remember where it is in the country, but it's been a while that they've been seeing this creature over here in this place, and so we'll go in.
You want him to introduce himself?
Oh yes, please, yeah, go for it. No audio.
Nope.
Ah, forgot to put in.
It's okay. Just do it one more time.
But
But here's who we're talking about.
Stop sharing.
I mean, I'm almost
Different
ready to
season-
just do a shot by myself, and since nobody putting in nothing for me to do a shot, I mean, I might as well just do it. Slim told me to do it, so
Fine, just say you're toasting my my mum's wedding. It's fine. There's the excuse.
all right, there we go with that.
Then
I'm
I
just
just
gonna
have
do a
to
little,
put in this, share the whole screen, I guess.
and make sure you share the audio over there.
So I hope I'm not sharing the StreamYard's audio
No,
as
you're
well.
not
but-
seeing that. There you go.
Hi everyone, welcome to
Double
Interview
check.
with Voices. I'm Mr. Mothman. I'm a Mothman. Let's talk about raptors. Be sure.
You could hear that.
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear it, and there doesn't seem to be an echo.
That was Mr. Mothman.
And that is Mr. Mothman. That's who we're gonna be talking about in just a minute. And just like they showed, it is
From season 1.
Yes, and just like he showed us, is the reptilian people a thing. We have true proof of it because it's in a cartoon.
A brilliant cartoon, though. Fucking brilliant cartoon.
All right, so here we go. Everybody in the side chat, if we do get taken down, please let us know and we will stop it. The only reason I think that is because William Shatner is in this video over here. So we may have it stop the stream. If it happens, just let us know and we'll change into something else. But I think this is a really, really, really fun thing to watch right now over here with William Shatner.
Yeah, I've had the screen up the whole time.
We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna stop sharing that, and we're gonna find something else to go share.
Down.
It's okay. We every once in a while that happen on us.
We were expecting it. We were prepared. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We all went down together.
So what I want to do right now is I'm gonna begin sharing cryptids around the wall. And once we figure out
about around your butthole.
Yeah, around my butthole. No. What we're gonna be sharing now is cryptids from different places in the world. So you know, the Europes, the Asias, the Mexicos, and things like that. You know what I'm saying over here. So here we go. We're gonna try this, and hopefully that gets us back on stream. Let us know when we're back. What I'm gonna do is just for a little short while, I'm gonna stop this until we come back.
And maybe
So
speed it up slightly.
Let us know when we come back.
Be different than the original. YouTube, we love you.
But I also think someone posted in the Discord as well saying that it went down.
Okay.
Yeah,
I saw a pop up, but then it disappeared very quickly. So whoever did that, thank you as well for
thank you.
doubly making sure we all saw it.
Yeah, that's exactly how we want to do this. Yeah. And I figured, well, when we were showing that video, they were going to take us down for sure.
Harry.
But that's okay. Yeah, the YouTube stopping us from telling the truth. Just kidding. All right. Oh, I keep dropping things
we're back up
over here. All right, there we go. So now that we are...
thanks for even doing it, messaging us all on the Dism Accords, Harry Warp.
All right, thank you all very much for letting us know.
Yeah, we're back.
Okay. So there we're gonna go. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna go over cryptids of the world.
And like that bit just while we were down, gosh, you missed something, man. That was so
you totally missed it. You have to go back and watch it again.
So beautiful. It was astounding.
It will never happen again. In the
all
world.
you gotta do is just go back, watch the thing, and then you'll see it all. That's how it worked. So just go back. What we're gonna do now is just
Johnny Depp and that woman that you have a crush on popped up on stream and flashed.
Yep.
Johnny Depp and that woman that you personally, whoever you are in chat, has a crush on. You can see their boobies. Just watch it again.
That's exactly what happened over here. So now let's go
Johnny
over
Depp
some
flashed his boobies.
Yep.
That's what happened on our stream. That's why we got timed out.
Turns out the crazy people from yesterday were right, and that all the people in Hollywood are secretly trans.
Every single one.
The thing is, if you want to see the thing you missed out of on Slim's channel, you have to see it on Vilas and my channel.
There we go. So everybody go over to everybody's channel and go like it and subscribe and all that stuff, and that's where you can see it all at. Anyways, let's get down to this cryptids, and I'm gonna put it on a little bit faster. And there we go. And we're gonna go over just. all of these right quick.
The Kraken is a legendary cephalopod-like sea monster of gigantic size in Scandinavian folklore. According to the Norse sagas, the Kraken dwells off the coasts of Norway and Greenland and terrorizes nearby
And
sailors.
that proof, we
The
have
sheer
all the
size
proof
and fearsome
of it
appearance
because all
attributed
the
to the Kraken
sailors
have
that
made
say
it a
they
common
saw it.
ocean-dwelling monster in various fictional works. The Kraken has
There's
been the focus
even
of
a
many
rum
superstitious
named
sailors
after it.
crossing the North
It
Atlantic,
has
and
to be.
especially sailors from the
It is
Nordic
a good
countries due to
rum.
their proximity and its Scandinavian origin. Throughout the centuries, the Kraken has been a staple part of sailors' superstitions and myths, being heavily linked to sailors' ability of telling a tall tale. Since the late 18th century, Kraken have been depicted in a number of ways, primarily as large octopus-like creatures, and it has
Yeah,
often
I
been
see them
alleged
all
that
over there.
Pontoppidan's
And
Kraken
when I
might have
went
been
to the
based on sailors'
oceans,
observations of
I
the
see
giant
all
squid.
kinds of
The Kraken is
octopuses.
also depicted to have spikes on its suckers. In the earliest descriptions, however, the creatures were more crab-like than octopus-like, and generally possessed traits that
I
are
saw
associated
the
with large
octopus one.
whales rather than with
That's
giant
a video
squid.
of it right there. That's
The sea serpent is
real
a type of
footage.
dragon described in various mythologies, most notably Mesopotamian, Hebrew, Greek, and Norse. In antiquity and in the Bible, dragons were envisioned as huge serpentine monsters, which means that the image of a dragon with 2 or 4 legs and wings came much later during the late Middle Ages. Stories depicting sea-dwelling serpents may include the Babylonian myths of Tiamat, the myths of the Hydra, Scylla, Cetus, and Echidna in the Greek mythology, and even the Leviathan.
See,
In
they're all
Norse
the
mythology,
same. They all go
Jormungandr
together.
was a sea serpent so long that it encircled the entire world, Midgard.
That's what
Some
I'm saying.
stories
We
report of
say
sailors
that.
mistaking its back for a chain of islands. Sea serpents also appear frequently in later Scandinavian folklore.
How many sailors are there out there? And then they say they saw this and they went through it and there's sunk many ships. So what? How do we know that's not real?
I have to cover my name, but I have a certificate here for passing the equator.
Give me
And
just 1 second over
it's
there. Okay, there we go. All right. And we can all see that.
there somewhere. It's hard to read, but that Neptunus keeps me safe from sea monsters like the Kraken.
The only reason they have that over there is so that you can prove that you was on that. You know, they wouldn't have that if you was not being around the Kraken, and that proves it real.
Yeah, something like that.
I need citation there, Purple. That it's just a squid. I believe it is a Kraken and it is a huge octopod. I think it is. I saw it with my own eyes when I was going across the Pacific Ocean when I was traveling.
Well, it depends. Like, technically, if something is an octopus, it's also a squid. But an octopus is a certain kind of squid with 8 tentacles. So depends on how many tentacles it has.
Also, they do believe that the Kraken is an actual giant squid, these are one we don't see because they are so deep underneath the water. They're in the unexplained parts.
Once again, like we said, it was the aliens that came down and breeded with these creatures, and they made the Kraken. That's the only reason Kraken is just a large squid that has got the DNA of aliens, and that's why we can never find it because it can transport through time.
The truth is that the biggest squid is actually about 18 meters, and at that time, ships were also 18 meters.
And I would like to see all that proof because I believe in all of these cryptids. They're definitely sea monsters that are that big out there. And let's keep going on because we got to go through 2 more countries or 2 more places on the flat Earth that we're gonna go over.
Particularly in that of Norway. The Dobarchu is a creature of Irish folklore. It resembles both a dog and an otter, though it sometimes is described as half
got all
dog,
the
half
things.
fish.
They steal all
it
the
lives
children.
in water and has fur with protective properties. Her name was supposedly Grace McLaughlin. Her husband supposedly heard her scream as she was washing clothes down at Glenade Lock and came to her aid.
It was the wife stealer.
When he got there, she was already dead, with the Dobarchu upon her bloody and mutilated body. The man killed the Dobarchu, stabbing it in the heart. As it died, it made a whistling noise, and its mate arose from the lock. Its mate chased the man, but, after a long and bloody battle, he killed it as well. The Loch Ness Monster is a cryptid in cryptozoology and Scottish folklore that is said to inhabit Loch Ness in the Scottish
how
Highlands.
could there not be
It is often described as large, long-necked,
a
and with
long-necked
one or more humps
monster
protruding
inside
from
of
the
a
water?
lock? I mean, how
Popular
did that
interest
not
and
make
belief
sense?
in the creature have varied since it was brought to worldwide attention in 1933.
You saw
Evidence of its existence
the
as anecdotal,
documentary
with a
How They
number of
Made This Picture?
They've been seeing it since 1933. How could it be wrong? I would like
the model.
They actually used a toy dinosaur on a piece of wood to drag it through the water to take the picture.
I would like to see you disprove me and show me the evidence that this ain't real. Anyways, let's keep going on. You know,
Disputed photographs and sonar readings. The scientific community regards the Loch Ness Monster as a phenomenon without biological basis, explaining sightings as hoaxes, wishful thinking, and the misidentification of mundane objects. A large eel was an early suggestion for what the monster was. Eels are found in Loch Ness, and an unusually large one would explain many sightings. Dinsdale dismissed the hypothesis because eels undulate side to side like snakes. In a 1982 series of articles for New Scientist,
Yeah, there was
Maurice Burton
definitely a
proposed that
real Loch
sightings of
Ness
Nessie
monster,
and similar
obviously.
creatures may be fermenting Scots pine logs.
Look at that. Why are people going to draw this if they don't know what it is? Why would people do that? That people can't make up fake stuff. Only things that people do are real, right?
Well, unless they're liberals, of course.
Oh, well, yeah. Then it's all fantasy, and then they were radical. Fuck the radical libs because they do things to make things fake. Like gender. There ain't 52 genders around. Like, that doesn't make any sense. What are you talking about? There's only man and woman. And if you look in the animals, they are only two sexes. And they always, every single time, from what they told me in the Bible, they only have consensual sex together with each other in two, and they don't go out and have sex with nobody else because that's what the Gee wanted. He wanted us to only have sex with our married woman. And remember, it says in the Bible that a woman is only made to be a subservient to the man, so she should be barefoot in the kitchen making food while she is pregnant. Otherwise, we can't understand, or we should not listen to her at all. That's what it says in the Bible.
Yeah, and all animals always have a little animal wedding before they have the babies.
And
right, in their own little animal language, and they only ever have sex monogamously. They don't have
always
multiple ladies.
Exactly, and there's always
Yeah.
consensual sex between animals. It's never.
And they don't go outside their species. There's no cross. There's no cross species.
No, donkeys would never. No, well, sorry, horses would never have sex with donkeys to make asses. No, that would never happen. There's no other creatures.
No, they will not fuck outside their kind.
They would not ever consensually do something like that. Evil liberals making animals have interspecies babies.
And the radical left is making it so they think that they can pretend they're going to be cats in school and going in cat litter boxes. You know what I'm saying? So everybody thinks they're everything now. And like, that ain't right. The Gee told us in the Bible that we should only be too many thingy-mabobbers and that we should only do whatever. And I get to rule everything because I'm a landowner and I am a male. And why? I should be able to do whatever the hell I want. And if you try to take my rights, I'm gonna call bull because what happens is equality is not equality for me. Okay, now that we got through that, let's keep going. Oh my God, this is too much fun for me.
Rising to the surface of the loch. A decomposing log could not initially release gases caused by decay because of its high resin level.
Look at right there. That's proof. There's proof right there. Look at that. That's definitely the Loch Ness monster.
A resin seal at one end of the log, propelling it through the water.
To the side.
Hey, look at it's got the front and it's got the back. It's definitely a Loch Ness monster right there. What else could it be?
Human?
Hey, it definitely cannot be a beaver.
Exmoor is a phantom cat said to roam the fields of Exmoor in Devon and Somerset in the United Kingdom. Descriptions of its coloration range from black.
All right, Vila, were you on here when we went over this? I think it was a while ago. We went over this.
Know, but I actually have something to say about this one.
That's why I stopped.
So, like the Beast of Bodmore, it's a moor. It is a lot of it's not traversable. It is possible that this one is true. Right?
Okay.
Because in England we did not used to have any
laws
against having exotic animals. Yeah.
Okay. The laws against it. Yeah.
Yeah. So there was no laws against keeping them. So a lot of people had them, especially if you imagine like. It was in that era where it's like so popular because you seem so rich and exotic and like showy offy. And then when England said that we are going to put these laws in place and you have to apply for a certificate to own them, and you even if you've got it, you still have to apply for it. It's not from anyone from now on. You had to apply for it even if you already had the cat or whatever exotic animal. And so a lot of them got released into certain places they shouldn't have been. And certain big cats do not actually need hot savanna temperatures like you might think. In fact, I looked it up and I can't remember what it is, like a puma or something, could actually live in the temperature range of Bodmore.
All right. Well, what I'm going to say is I believe that this was, once again, a cryptid, and it is a big cat that is supernatural and can time travel. And that's why they haven't been able to catch it. But let's keep watching.
Tan or dark gray. It has been suggested that the beast may possibly be a cougar or black leopard, which was released from a private collection sometime in the 1960s or 1970s after a law was passed making it illegal for them to be kept in captivity outside zoos. The livestock deaths have often been attributed to large dogs, although human attacks on the sheep have also been suspected. The beast of Bodmin Moor is another phantom wildcat purported to live in Cornwall. Bodmin Moor became a center of purported sightings after 1978, with occasional reports of mutilated slain livestock. The alleged panther-like black
this is
cats of the same
confusing because Exmoor and Bodmin Moor are the same.
Are they? Okay.
Thing.
Same area?
Basically, yeah. It's like it's one big moor, but Exmoor and Dartmoor are like together. Which I'm pretty sure. Like, geography is not my strong suit, and now I'm questioning myself.
Well, that's what you got the internets for.
Yeah, I'm just checking.
Oh. Okay, well.
Yeah, Devon and Somerset, Exmoor and Dartmoor are like overlapping.
Okay.
Okay, well. Being from the swamp, I don't know nothing about y'all over there in the other countries. So I don't even know what we're talking about at this point to some extent, because like y'all live in fairy land tale to me, because you know the government is just making up all the stuff anyway. So I don't even know if y'all are real.
But like this does show how little research they did.
Yeah, exactly. Because Exmoor and Dartmoor are the same place. It's here. 2/3 of it is in Somerset, with the remaining third in Devon. Whilst Dartmoor is dramatic, vast, and wild, Exmoor is softer and somewhat greener. But they're two parts, same place. It's the same animal. The beast of Bodmin Moor is the Dartmoor cat. Like it's the same thing. Bodmin Moor is a particular name to a particular part in a particular village. Because Bodmin Moor is in, I can't remember, it's in Dartmoor, right? Which is next to Exmoor. It's one big moor, but it's on a divide. They're in different counties basically, but it's the same landscape.
Well,
so
like
as Purple said, it's more of the same more.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know what y'all are talking about. I don't know the difference. So I guess it's like what you said is kind of like the same place or something. But anyways,
if you imagine it, it's like one big forest.
Yeah.
With a county dividing line in the middle, which means one part of it's given one name, one part of it's given another name.
Okay. So
yeah, pretty much more equals swamp.
What I want to go to is we'll go to Asia next, just a little bit more. All right,
Like,
and
people
then
still go
maybe
missing.
Never more.
People still go missing today in Dartmoor and Exmoor. It's that big, and bodies they're never found. Like, they get in sinkholes and shit. Like, it's crazy.
That's what I've been told or heard. Let's try to get to
sorry,
Asia.
The Brosno dragon is a lake monster which in Russian folklore is said to inhabit Lake Brosno, in western Russia. It is described as resembling a dragon and is the subject of a number of regional legends, some which are said to date back to the 13th century. Rumors of a strange, giant creature living in Lake Brosno have existed for several centuries. One legend says that the lake monster scared to death the Tatar-Mongol army that headed for Novgorod in the 13th century.
That's
Batu
photo.
Khan stopped the troops on the sides of Lake Brosno to rest. Horses were allowed to drink water from the lake. However,
that
when the horses ventured down to the lake, a huge roaring creature emerged from the water and started devouring horses.
It's just Master of Loch Ness going on holiday. He booked the cheap flights to.
That's what I think. He just went over there and was like, "I'm gonna go in and have a
let's
party
just
over here."
be polite and call her by her real name, Nessie.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's just going on holiday. He booked the cheap. She booked the cheap flights. Got a good deal. And
then she just went over
Either
there.
that
EasyJet.
And I maintain Tiny Captain, kind of right. Actually, that is Nessie's love child. Because Nessie is a absolutely beautiful non-binary person. And Nessie is a gender-neutral name. And they went on holiday, gap year fun, except when you're a Neolithic dinosaur, a gap year is actually kind of a lot longer. And they went over there, they found another beautiful lizard-esque person, and they decided who was going to be what that day because they can change their genitalia at will.
Yeah, there we go.
Stuff, and then they had the baby, and that's there.
Yeah, there we go.
And
it's a
and like
beautiful
nobody
story.
knows, but actually, this lake and Loch Ness have an underground tunnel connecting each other.
There we go. That's exactly why we know it exactly true because it has that.
That's how they got.
That's how they both be there at the same time.
Or they just
they hide all the time.
They had to do something wrong, and they just flew EasyJet.
Yeah. So okay, let's get a little bit further into this, and then we're gonna go ahead and see what's going on from there.
Tiny transport
soldiers. The Batu Khan troops were so terrified that they turned back, and Novgorod was saved. Old legends describe an enormous mouth devouring fishermen. There are some scientific hypotheses.
They got a huge amount over there. That's
one
what
of them
they
is a
said.
gas version saying that when hydrogen sulfide goes up from the lake bottom, it makes water boil up. This boiling in its turn resembles a dragon head. But the amount of hydrogen sulfide must be considerable to produce this effect. The vegetable lamb of Tartary is a legendary zoophyte
That's
of
why they
Central
do
Asia,
that.
once
They
believed
got
to grow sheep as its fruit.
the lambs that are growing out of the stalks.
Grow sheep out of
It was believed the sheep were connected to the plant by an umbilical cord and grazed the land around the plant. When all accessible
That's just proof of supernatural beings right there.
Foliage was gone, both the plant and sheep died. And his book, The Vegetable Lamb of Tartary, in 1887, Henry Lee describes the legendary lamb as believed to be both a true animal and a living plant. However, he
See,
states
look
that
at it. It's right there. We got the.
No. So this means we can just eat lamb and call ourselves vegetarian.
There we go. Because the lamb is made on the stock.
some writers believe the lamb to be the fruit of a plant, sprouting
Yeah,
forward
that's
from
what they said. The lamb is a fruit of the plant.
melon-like seeds. Others, however, believe the lamb to be a living member of the plant that, once separated from it, would perish. The vegetable lamb was believed to have blood, bones, and flesh like that of a normal lamb. It was connected to the earth by a stem, similar to an umbilical cord, that propped the lamb up above ground.
See, that's proof right there. They drew a picture of it right there. That meaning real.
The cord could flex downward, allowing the lamb to feed on the grass and plants surrounding it. Once the plants within reach were eaten, the lamb died. It could be eaten, once dead, and its blood supposedly tasted sweet like honey. Its wool was said to be used by the native people of its homeland to make head coverings and other articles of clothing.
That's okay.
The only carnivorous animals attracted to the lamb plant were wolves. The Basan is a fowl-like bird with origins stemming from Japanese myth.
All right, so what we're gonna do now is it's about time for us to be done with the stream.
Yeah.
We went over enough craziness, and so I think this is where we're gonna end it. I am going. It's been a while for us to go through this stream, and it was a lot of fun. But I gotta figure out a couple more things to make it go a little bit more smoother. Again, I gotta work with the Slim and the Cookie, and we'll get these things going. Now the YouTube's is hopefully not gonna strike us more. We'll see, and when that happens, we'll go with that. But anyways, let's say goodbye to everybody. Thank you all for being here in the side chat. Tiny, you got anything coming up or anything you want to tell us?
No, at the moment I have nothing in the planning.
Okay,
Sorry.
thank you for being here very much. We love having you here. Brainless, you got anything going on?
Well, as I mentioned yesterday on Slim's stream, tomorrow's TMI show.
Yeah, there we go.
Link in the side of my chat.
Awesome day. Everybody go there, and everybody subscribe to the Danish and go there and watch them tomorrow because they are wonderful peoples and they are awesome to watch their streams. And they had a wheel, and if you don't know what that means, go there and find out what that means. All right,
or ask Ox because he knows all about the nips.
And exactly, if you don't know what the nips is, go and ask or go find out by going over there. Vila, what are you doing in the near future?
Wednesday, I am going to go live for a little bit and do some readings of like spooky stories and just kind of like let the people there know kind of like what's going on with stuff and what I'm planning on doing. But basically said the same like yesterday, day before. I'm going to carry on doing scary stories and doing like me playing video games badly because, like I said before, I like playing video games. I know I'm not good at it, but I fucking enjoy it, and you can laugh at me and scream at me playing games badly, and then yeah, that'll be good. And I want to start talking about history a little bit more and like debunking misconceptions in history.
So, we we definitely love to hear you talk about that and do those streams because that's something that some of us in the community would like to see and hear about that for sure. The Global Mom says she's got a throwback.
What the hell, Karen? Throwback.
A throwback. What the hell, Karen? Tomorrow.
There we go. I just didn't know.
Today she posted
check the Discord and her channel for the link tomorrow morning. Afternoon, dependent on your time zone.
And if y'all folks would like, please go down to the description of this video, this stream, and go subscribe and like everybody, and go give them attention on all the stream pervs because it helps us all out. And in the next like week, we're gonna be adding a couple more people to the stream pervs thing. So we will have more information to it a little bit later. That's what the Slim told me. So everybody go and check out everybody else's things. If there's anybody who's blue in the side of my chats and you want to post a link to either your channel, which all you got to do if you want to look at somebody's channel in the side chat, you just got to right click it and just go to channel. And then you can go there and you can go look at their stuff. But if not, go ahead and post your link in the side chat. I don't mind. We don't mind. And what we're going to do is we're going to give it about like 10 more seconds to say goodbye. And we're going to get the fuck out of here, like Slim and the Cookie likes to say. Because I think we're done for tonight. And it was a good stream. So thank you all for being here. So very much we appreciate y'all for being here. So if you have not clicked the subscribe, the like button, or the notifications, to get all the notifications, and even if you have and you're not getting them, go ahead and unclick it and go ahead and click it back again, and then you're gonna get all the notifications from us. And we're gonna be doing.
We'll kill you.
You know, if we don't in Minecraft, we will do that. And anyways, we got the Cookie that are gonna be coming up, and we have Slim doing a bunch of other new things, and also we have other new beginnings of streams that Slim may be doing. There are different subjects, so. Keep yourself notified for that, and then we'll get there. So thank y'all very much. Y'all have a good night. And what we're gonna do is right now we're gonna say goodbye. So everybody say goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye, all.
Later, y'all.